For years and years, Thanksgiving has been such an underrepresented holiday in the horror movie genre. Well, thanks to Eli Roth, that's about to change this year. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Nick from the Lost River Drive-In, and I'm here tonight to talk to you guys about Eli Roth's Thanksgiving. Now, the movie is still about a week and a half away from release, but I wanted to talk about it because I haven't covered this extensively on my channel yet, and I'm really excited for it. Now, let me preface by saying that I know there are a lot of people that do not like Eli Roth, and I guess I can get it to a certain extent because I'm not necessarily a huge fan myself. But there's no particular reason why. There's some movies of his I like and there's some movies I don't. But the ones I don't, I really don't. But the ones I do, like Hostel and Cabin Fever, I really do. So there's this weird kind of balance there of like Eli Roth is fine, but he's not one of my favorite directors working today. Now, having said that, in 2007, Eli Roth had a movie called Grindhouse, and in that movie there was a fake trailer for a movie called Thanksgiving that kind of went like semi-viral with horror fans after that movie came out, and everybody really wanted to see that movie happen. Everyone was like, this looks so depraved, like we need to see this. And Eli Roth, from that point, had been like, yes, I'm going to make it into a full-length movie. Took 15 years of script writing, of pitching it to different studios, of then going back and changing the script and starting from scratch before they finally had a script that they really liked, and they got Spyglass Media to pick it up and say, hey, we're going to finance this thing. And then we were off to the races. The movie was, I believe, started filming in March of this year, wrapped around May, and it's going to be released nationwide in about a week and a half. So that is where we are. Now, first, let me just say thank you to Eli Roth. Because as horror fans, you guys know, after October, it's pretty depressing. October is like the month that we cram our brains and our eyeballs with horror movies. And then November is like that weird hangover, you know, where you're almost kind of just bummed out. You're ready for Christmas season to start because there's a lot of great Christmas horror movies. But November's always been that guy in the corner of the room, you know, that's just by himself, that nobody really talks to. That's November. It's a shame because November is not a bad month. Thanksgiving's a great holiday. Who doesn't like to eat a ton of food? The weather is still perfect before it gets absolutely frigid and we hate everything to do with winter. So November never really deserved the bad rap it got. It just falls in between two great holidays. Now, in November, you would go, okay, I watched Blood Rage, I watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and then what? You can think of other movies that you say work perfectly in that fall aesthetic, you know, that atmosphere of like You're Next, for example, is a movie that I usually like to watch in November. But there's not a lot that are actually centered around the holiday of Thanksgiving or just the month of November in general. So the fact that Eli Roth is giving us this fully fleshed out idea that he had from a short trailer in a movie 16 years ago, that's awesome. But to do it in the month of November, name it Thanksgiving, and drip this thing in just Thanksgiving atmosphere, thank you. Thank you. Because you know what I want to do every year from here on out? I don't want to watch the parade in the morning before I watch football and eat myself into a coma. No, I want to watch Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving. Now you might be saying, Nick, you're getting a little ahead of yourself. You haven't seen this movie yet. You might not like it. Yeah, but I have a good feeling about this movie. And here's why. Obviously, you've got a pretty good cast in here. I really like Patrick Dempsey. I don't even have to explain that. He's a great actor. Love him. Addison Rae, I don't know who she is. I guess she's like a social media personality or something. Somebody let me know. My brother thinks she's like super annoying, so I guess he knows who she is. She's pretty, you know, whatever. Okay. You've got Rick Hoffman, who does like every Eli Roth movie, and he's always perfect in the roles they cast him in. So I like him a lot. You've got Gina Gershon in here. Everybody knows Gina Gershon. I'm looking forward to seeing her in this movie. So pretty solid cast all around. Then you've got the premise. The premise of a dude that dresses up like a pilgrim and comes to this town in Massachusetts to slaughter people on Thanksgiving. And you got these great taglines like there will be no leftovers. It's just like, dude, yes. I was already hooked with the premise. I was already hooked with the cast. I was already hooked with the director. And then I saw a trailer. And in this trailer, I saw massive amounts of bloodshed, incredibly unique ways of killing people, a really cool killer design, and an aesthetic that was to die for. So I'm in. Like, sign me up. I don't have any reason to think that this movie is not going to rule. Now, I could be setting myself up because I'm going in with high expectations. And you guys know how that works with movies. You'd rather go in with low expectations or next to no expectations because you'd like to be surprised. You don't want to go in over the moon because if it just ends up being average, you're going to be like, oh God, the movie sucked, even when it didn't. Christian has said that he's putting all his chips on Thanksgiving. For 2023, this is the movie. So he's definitely going to be disappointed if it's not great. I'm going in very optimistic, but I'm not going to go that far. Having said all of that, at the end of the day, I'm just really appreciative that we're going to have another movie added into that time after Halloween and before Christmas. A horror movie, a slasher movie no less, that is taking itself seriously, that has a good cast, that has a pretty decent director, that really just wants to give us a reason to celebrate the holiday. I love that. I am excited for that. It's kind of weird because It's a Wonderful Knife is coming out this week, and I feel like that's a little early to get a head start on the Christmas season, especially with Thanksgiving coming the week after. So I feel like that's almost flying under the radar, whereas Thanksgiving is coming out the week before Thanksgiving, and it's going to capitalize on that. It's going to be the only horror film out in theaters right now by that time that's really doing much, if any, numbers. I feel like this is just perfect by TriStar. I just think putting it where they did is perfect. And I hope it does well. And I hope you guys go and see this movie. Because no matter your thoughts on Eli Roth, come on. It's a Thanksgiving slasher movie. How long have we asked for more of these? I've done live streams every year after November or after October, and they've been the post-Halloween blues. And we've always talked about Thanksgiving horror movies and Thanksgiving movies in general. And the general sentiment is always, I wish we had more. Well, we've got one coming in a week and a half. And I really hope you guys will go and check it out. This is a super underrepresented holiday. And it is about time somebody said, let's do a balls-to-the-wall slasher movie with a pilgrim killer and call it Thanksgiving. What more could you want? Can't wait. But I want to know down below what you guys think. Everything you've seen, everything you've heard, are you excited for Thanksgiving? Are you happy that we're finally getting something that's going to go smack dab in the middle of November that could be a yearly watch for decades to come for all of us? Discuss that down below in the comments section with me. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is Nick at the Lost River Drive-In, and I am pulling out.